Hi, my name is Claudia De Brito. I'm a journalist and a hospitality consultant here in Dubai. Today we're at Bukka Dubai here in DIFC. I'm with Omar Shihab, who is the GM and founder of Bukka, and with Nick Rees, who is the marketing director for Rémy Cointreau, Middle East, Africa, and India. Welcome. I'm going to start with you, Nick. Rémy Cointreau is known for its approach to sustainability and the importance that it attaches to legacy and what we're leaving for future generations. How does that affect your approach to CSR in your operations?
Absolutely, it's a great question. I think it drives everything in reality. Even before perhaps the idea of sustainability had become so prevalent and understood as it is today, the idea of transmission is one that has been very big within our business for hundreds of years. Many of our brands are hundreds of years old, one in excess of 300. So the idea that we operate not just in the here and now, but what we're going to pass on to the next generation, or to our next colleague that takes on the role, is a big driver within the group. And so naturally, I think the threat of climate change and what it poses to us really connects very strongly with that. And that drives a lot then of our thinking in terms of what we do as a group, what we do at a maison level, and then how we operate locally at a market level as well.
Right. And then how did this collaboration with Bukka come about? How did you get introduced to Omar? What was that path?
So it's really simple. I mean, we had an inquiry about the Botanist gin. Bukka, as we will find out, is a hugely sustainable bar, and Botanist is a B Corp rated brand, so there was a natural connection. But for me, even though I'd known of Bukka before, I hadn't appreciated at all the amazing work that was done here. So as I learned more, I was blown away by the work that they do here, and absolutely wanted to make sure that we did more and more with them as a venue. This was coinciding with a number of other conversations I was having with other members of the trade across the region that I work, where I think there was a really rising consciousness and understanding of the need to be more sustainable, of the need to be less wasteful, a real lack of what to do next. So having met Omar and his team that was so proactive and so far advanced in this space, I asked Omar and the team if they would help us create a sort of a guide for the trade, from the trade, to be able to give people some hopeful, really concrete, meaningful guidance and tools as to what they can look to do next. And thankfully he said yes.
Amazing. And Omar, I'm going to come to you. For those who don't know, could you explain a bit about Bukka Dubai and the concept?
Sure. So Bukka is a homegrown modern European restaurant with a big focus on sustainability. It's really in the framework of everything that we do. We believed from day one back in 2014, that's when the restaurant opened, that we have enough creative people living and working in Dubai and in the UAE that we can come up with a concept that is considered world-class, but grown from the ground up, that is representative of the local ingredients, the abundance that we have here in the UAE, something that we can call truly our own.
Right. And where did this approach that you have for sustainability come from? What planted the seed, as it were, and what challenges have you come across? Has it been an easy process?
It's been absolutely a tough one. It's been an evolution, I think. That's the best way to describe it. Because we were homegrown, we wanted to dedicate parts of our menu to local ingredients. That's really where the obsession started. We live in what is considered the desert, but we have over 1,300 kilometers of coastline and access to two seas, two oceans, on the Arabian Gulf and on the Gulf of Oman. So there is plenty of seafood and fish coming from these two seas. And that's how it started. It started with us going and exploring the markets, understanding what grows here, what is the seasonality of fish and seafood, and incorporating them into our menus.
And then when Nick approached you to do this project, was it an immediate, kind of yes to work with a brand like Rémy Cointreau?
Obviously, very, very knowledgeable of the brand. I understand completely, and it was extremely exciting for us to tie up with Rémy Cointreau. I think the ethos are shared. It is really exciting for us to work with someone who has that understanding, who has the appreciation for the amount of work that happens in the background. We really do not always have the chance to talk about the work that happens in the back, whether it's in the kitchen or behind the bar, in order for us to present and operate in a way that is considered sustainable.